I'm so proud of this green wall because it used to be just a black hole from the fridge, the wine fridge that's back here, but this is the angle I'm using. But if I turn it this way, you'll see like all the clutter behind me. So we'll just keep it here. Having a surprisingly complicated conversation about vacation and how much we're willing to spend, or at least that's how I'm thinking. My morning is well underway. It is Monday and we have had, it's gone. So the camp drop off is done. We slept until 8:10, which is kind of late for us. Normally we're up at 7:30 naturally, but I think we all needed to sleep in. So it was good that we got some extra minutes, although it made the morning drop off a little hairy. Although it all went well. We took the bus, so we didn't get a treat from the vending machine, and my daughter liked to she wanted to sit in front of the vending machine and just look at it. And then she went into her classroom, which was great. She didn't make a scene and make me have to kind of work through that scene. So I was happy and proud of her for adhering to our agreement that if we take the bus, we don't get a treat. So that went well. I got myself a treat. I got myself a green juice, and this has kale, spinach, collard greens, wheatgrass juice, cucumber, and that's it. They normally put ginger in, but the ginger makes it really spicy, so that's not my favorite. So I asked them not to put that in, and green apple. And the green apple is really sweet and I can taste it. So maybe not the best for my blood sugar, but I'm hoping the greens are like good for the rest of me. So that was a delicious treat, although it's a treat. It's not something I do all the time. I feel like I needed the extra nutrients because there were a lot of treats over the weekend. I made cupcakes and homemade buttercream frosting, which is my first time doing that. So that was fun. And I wasn't sure what to expect because I read some articles that made it seem like lots of things could go wrong, but it was really simple. I just let the butter sit on the counter for about an hour and then made it with powdered sugar, and we're all good. We took some to the barbecue, and I'm gonna make some and bring them to camp class tomorrow to celebrate my daughter's birthday at the end of the month. Although sadly, I can't actually go in to drop them off. I have to just leave them at the front desk, which is sad. I wish I could see her enjoy them, but that's the rules because their camp license is pretty strict, they said. So that's my plan for that. I am finishing up breakfast. I had egg whites, tomatoes, and this is just a green blend. It's called a protein blend because it has pea shoots, has like 5 grams of protein in the entire carton. So that's what I'm eating now. It is delicious. Here I take a quick 20-minute break to do a workout. I'm tidying up the living room, and then you'll see I'll move the table out of the way and put out my yoga mat so I can lift a few weights. I canceled the gym for the summer because I just wasn't getting there for the summer. So I'm working out at home. This is a super old set of weights that I can adjust. You can see I have a piece of paper there with my workout written in it. I follow a coach on Instagram, and I just take the weekly workouts that she posts and I do them there, and I am completely fine saving that money as well. So it works out to just work out at home. It's quicker and I enjoy it. And here I am making cupcakes in between meetings. It worked out that I could just make them, throw them in the oven, have them cook, take a meeting, and then come back and take them out of the oven. So that worked out well. Here is a finished product of the cupcakes I was making. I have 2 dozen vanilla and then 2 dozen chocolate. And it's just box mix with sprinkles on top, but I feel like I love a good project and this is the result. And it was fun to execute, and I'm happy that my daughter's class will get to enjoy them. So my daughter is home from camp and she is doing an activity book. She loves these little learning books, and she will ask for them. She'll ask for her learning books, which I think is lovely, and I want to encourage that. So I'm ducking away. These are the financial conversations we're having. So we're talking about vacation, and it's really late in the season, but we're gonna try for a beach vacation. It's something we do every year for my daughter's birthday. Is we go to the beach and we just rent a hotel, and I try to book it in advance so we can be sure to get a rate. It doesn't be sure to get a room. The rate stays pretty consistent. I'm sure it varies a bit, but I haven't seen it vary too much. But we're debating staying in that same hotel or maybe spending a little bit more and going for a house on the shore. And it's a question because there are pros and cons to both. I feel like a hotel is a vacation, and I like staying in a hotel because everything's right there. They give you clean towels, they change your sheets every 2 days. at a house, but if you stay in a hotel, you're about 20 minutes away from the beach and you don't have a guaranteed spot at the beach and all that. If you stay in a house, it's like you're in a house and you have all the housekeeping to do. Yes, you are in a house. You have all the housekeeping to do. You got to do the dishes. And on the shore, you have to bring your own linens. So if they have 3 beds, you have to bring, and one of them is a king, you have to bring king sheets and then however many other sheets there are. We don't have a king bed, we only have a queen. And little things like that like stick in my head. Like it's not a big deal and it would cost about $85 to rent linens for the week, but these are things that I think about. Because for me, that's not a vacation. That's like relocating to somewhere nice. But a huge pro to being on the beach is you get up and you see the ocean, because my husband and I he would have to do some work for sure. I may or may not have to do work, but the benefit of that is you close your laptop and then you have this gorgeous shore view. So we're going back and forth about that and thinking about the cost. Well, it's cost versus benefit, right? Because the hotel would be one price, and then the hotel would be about $2,100. And then a house would be about $1,000 to $1,500 more than that. So $3,600 to $3,800 depending on the house, and then upwards from there. And these are like very reasonable prices. There was one house that's still available now, even this late in the season, where it's like right on the beach. You have a gorgeous view of the ocean, but the house is a little bit older, which is kind of what you'd find in that price range. So we were talking about it last night, and after sleeping on it, I'm like 75% for the hotel and then 25% for the house, because my daughter really likes the hotel, which is just kind of another reason over there. We decided and she gets to enjoy. So, and the hotel it's very kid friendly. They have a pool, they have an amusement park, like right in the same complex. So it's super nice. And everything's like within close driving distance. On the beach, you could just walk. So that's what we're thinking about right now. Like, is it worth it to spend the extra $1,000 to $1,500 to be in a house? I don't know. And I'm not sure what we'll decide, but either way, it's going to be great. Even if we stay with the hotel, which is again, 75% my inclination right now, it's going to be lovely because I look forward to it every year. I love being by the beach. I grew up there. I started going in my 20s. My best friend of all time had a rental there. Her father got a rental, and I spent a couple nights there, and it was tons of fun when I was like just graduated college. And so I've been going there ever since. So it's got great memories for me, and I'm just excited to be going back there. You can probably hear her in the background. So that's our money conversation lately, sort of the pros, the cons, the values of each, and what we're thinking about in our intentional spending journey. So thanks for spending some time with me. Thank you for watching as always. I hope you'll keep watching. Bye.